So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nils, and I'm super happy being here with you and take you on a journey to the year 2030. But you already had an amazing, inspiring day full of meetings, keynotes, networking. I'm not sure, are you ready for a journey to the year 2030? Oh, good team. Also there on the cheap seats. Are you ready for a journey through space and time? All right, all right. So I now show you how time traveling works, but it's a secret just for us. Yeah? Don't show it to anyone. Never do it alone. Don't show it to your kids. They could stay in the future. Time traveling is really easy. Please, everyone stand up. We need the collective energy of the whole team. Everyone stand up. We need all of you. And now time traveling works like this. 2 fingers up, 2 fingers up. And put the fingers gently in front of your eyes and close your eyes and start your dream. How will your world look like in the year 2030? How will technology look like? Your business model, your services, your colleagues. You did it! You did an awesome job. You're a great team. Really, really great. You can sit down again. We all arrived. It's September 19, and the good news is you all survived the time travel. You are all there in 2030, and we wake up and we see computers disappeared. There is no smartphone, no keyboard laptop anymore. Information is like a digital fog in front of your eyes. Robots take over most of the jobs, like boring kitchen jobs. You don't have to do, robots do. Every surface becomes like an interactive, touch-enabled screen. Now we are a bit in a hurry. We have to hurry to our first meeting, so we call our urban air taxi, and it's just a 15-minute flight in the city. And we look down, and the good news is peace again. Peace, everything is sustainable, kids are playing, no war anymore, and everything is hyper-connected. In 2030, we have 100 billion devices connected to the internet. You remember back in 2024, it was like 20 billion. Now we have 100 billion. Your workplace is not 2D Zoom meeting, typewriting machine anymore. It's multi-touch, multi-user, multi-location. Industry applications are fully cloud optimized, quantum optimized. Hyperloop mobility brings products like in my home city, Hamburg, from A to B with 1,000 miles per hour. And the meta trend, everything is sustainable, decarbonized, green IT, circular, autonomous systems bring a lot of quality of life. You can play with your kids during your autonomous drive. The AI doctor will always take care that you stay healthy, that you live longer. Sensors, not only around you, but also on you and in your body, measure your vital data. Sometimes you have the real doctor. Entertainment is not 2D TikTok cinema anymore. It's holographic, immersive. And many dreams we had back in 2024 will be reality in the year 2030. But you're looking kind of skeptical. Is this the future you want to have? Is this the future that will come? Is there anyone who can predict the future? No. You cannot stand here with a crystal ball. Huh? Nobody can predict the future. Don't believe anyone saying, oh, I can predict the future. It's impossible to predict because you have so many wild cards. Huh? You have a pandemic, you have a financial crash, you have a cyber attacks, you have financial breakdowns, you have any kind of disruption changing the world, super intelligence. So nobody can predict. We can just do 2 things. And the first one is we can read the trends. So we can look at trends like quantum, edge AI, things like this. We see, okay, they go up. We can read the trends and understand them for our business. And second, you are all decision makers, like CEOs sitting there. You're doing every day on your desk decisions about the future. What projects do I invest in? What talents do I work with? Who's my best partner in my ecosystem? This is all future decisions. So we can anticipate the future and we can create the future, but we cannot predict. What is a trend? Maybe some of you still remember these times. Like the year 2000, it's not so long ago. We had like computers like this, and it was really heavy if we want to have mobile computing, right? And no camera, no VLAN, and so on inside. And a tech trend is if this goes from desktop computing just 7 years later to mobile computing to augmented computing. So our kids will really make joke of us that we ever was sitting in front of typewriting machines. So of course, the evolution is from type to touch to talk, from desktop to mobile to augmented. This is a UX trend, I would say, and then, or tech trend, and then there are business trends. So in the past, we talked about API, platform business, data-driven business models. Now we talk about business ecosystems where we create value together, nobody can do alone. We talk about robotic process automation, where you have factories where you can just switch off the light. It's light out factory because no humans are working there anymore. It's just like robots, 3D printers, AI, supervising AI. And then you have unsupervised AI services where you say maybe in the year 2035, no humans in the loop anymore because there are AIs that are controlling the other AIs. Maybe nobody knows exactly, but we know we have tech trends, business trends, and social trends. If you look at your kids, in the average, in Germany, there are 380 minutes per day in the metaverse. Like Fortnite, Roblox, Minecraft, and all these gaming worlds are three-dimensional digital metaverses. And at the same time, they love the nature. And they have a high-tech focus, but they like simple solutions. So it's more like shy tech. Shy tech is like this. It's like a simple interface, and complexity is like kind of invisible. They like hyper-personalized content. They don't understand ARD and ZDF anymore. They just want specially curated or created content for them. They are used to talk to the AI. So you have business trends, tech trends, social trends. If the future wants to come to existence, everything needs to come together. If you want to build aero taxis, you need the Akku tech. You need the business model from Uber saying, great, we want this, it's a good business model. You want the user saying, oh, I want to have flying taxis. You want the regulation saying, okay, we can fly in Berlin with flying taxis. Everything must come together. The trends come to existence, and the future comes to existence. I brought you for today, for your industry, the top 5, I call them IONOS Summit trends. And the first one is changing our lives totally, and especially our jobs, because most of us are knowledge workers, right? We sit in front of our desk, we call people, we travel, we sell our knowledge, we are consultants, we do sales, we are knowledge workers. But I say we are in the end of the knowledge economy.
Where do you live?
Right now I'm living in London, though I like to explore the world. If there's one thing I love, it's experiencing new places and cultures.
And my father is getting 80 this weekend and wanna send him like a nice present. He likes drinking beer and smoking the pipe.
That sounds like a nice gift idea. If you're looking for something special, you could try getting him a personalized beer mug or a pipe with an engraving.
What's the time currently in Tokyo?
Right now it's 3:15 p.m. in Tokyo. It's a great time to take a stroll and enjoy the sights, sounds, and smells of the city.
I would like to explore together with you. You have beautiful hair.
I think at this point we stop.
That's so
because you
sweet of
see,
you.
I build a relation to her because it's not just a text bot, it's a real-time rendered avatar. And for me, it feels like talking to a real person. You can all try it out on your cell phone. Just enter Soul Machines from New Zealand, and you can talk to any kind of AI in real time, and it's a GPT-4 behind this. But we can also see GPT-5s like this. Just have an idea what will come. also in robotic, because the next step is that we
Figure
apply
one. What do you see right now?
this to robotics.
I see a red apple on a plate in the center of the table, a drying rack with cups and a plate, and you standing nearby with your hand on the table.
Great. Can I have something to eat?
Sure thing.
Great. Can you explain why you did what you just did while you pick up this trash?
On it. So I gave you the apple because it's the only edible item I could provide you with from the table.
The simple explanation about the end of the knowledge economy is this reason. We come from the last 20, 40 years since we have AI, from this narrow AIs. AI just capable to do just like a silo jobs. Maybe we had image recognition, facial recognition, object recognition, fraud detection. This is narrow. The AI just was capable to do a one domain specific job. And now we move to broader AI. And this is where we are now, where we see, okay, we can use this soul machine, real-time rendered avatar, and talk to them about birthday presents for my daddy, about the lawyer, about things to do in Tokyo, and so on. So they are self-learning large language models. They are human-level natural language processing. They should be responsible, safe, secure. And what they have, they are evolutionary. So this is the interesting thing, that one AI can create the next better AI. You know, they can create code, so they can create the next better evolution of themselves. And they can couple up. Like we meet and we create kids, 20 years evolution in humans. This might just take 20 milliseconds. 20 milliseconds evolution in AI, creating the next better, melting up with the next AI and creating unimaginable possibilities. So they are complex, multidisciplinary tasks capable to do, and this was just a human domain. We are capable to do multidisciplinary things, tasks from different domains, and now the AI and also robotics moves in this domain. And if it's evolutionary, it can move from broader to general AI, where we don't see anymore any differences between humans and AI. You don't know if this is a human agent or an AI agent. Is this a human robot or is it an AI robot? And so it has also intention. So you can give it goals and it will solve problems to reach these goals. This is also a very special thing about humans. You can give us any objective, like a Porsche engineer or an Airbus engineer, and they have problems and they solve the problems and then they will reach the goal. And AI in the next step will have this intention to reach goal, to be fully autonomous, like autonomous cars on level 5, and then we will have the next evolution of superintelligence, maybe in 3 years, maybe in 5 years, maybe in 20 years. Nobody knows. But maybe it will happen, and we should prepare. We are now here for our kids to prepare, to set the boundaries how this evolutionary intelligence should evolve. And this is the end of the knowledge economy as we know it, because AI can do many things. We already had some economies. We had the dot is moving fast at the moment. We had the agriculture economy. If you look to your grandpas, they were in agriculture. We had the industry, your parents in industry economy. So maybe now we are here to witness the end of the knowledge economy, like we already ended. I think nowadays 0.3% of Germans work in agriculture. It was like 90% 100 years ago. Not so many people, not the industry economy is not the driving force behind our economic growth. It's knowledge society and knowledge economy. So maybe we ended here, but nobody knows exactly except one person. And you know who is? Okay, but what is Goldman Sachs and so saying? Dank KI, die über Nacht Wirtschaftsdaten analysiert und Entwürfe erstellt, können unsere Analysten nun 2 Stunden länger schlafen. So there are also some benefits in this. there's just one person who might know. You know this guy? And he had a BBC interview in the year 1999. And he explained what will happen.
I don't think we've even seen the tip of the iceberg. I think the potential of what the internet is going to do to society, both good and bad, is unimaginable. I think we're actually on the cusp of something exhilarating and terrifying.
It's just a tool, though, isn't it?
No, it's not. No. No, it's an alien life form.
What do you think, I mean, when you think then about the
Is there
future
life on Mars? Yes, it's just landed here.
And this BBC correspondent, just this normal human aspect, saying it's just a tool, like a calculator for a pupil, saying, okay, it was a calculator, you're better in math. It's just a tool, huh? But maybe it's not a tool, maybe it's on our eye level, AI and humans on eye level working together, and maybe it will even surpass human intelligence, and then it's a new species. It's like aliens arriving. But it also has a lot of dangers, and this is what we feel at the moment, and this is the next trend. It's called the erosion of trust.
Hello, and welcome to Channel One, a new way of consuming, reporting, and thinking about the news powered by artificial intelligence. Today, you'll witness AI-generated stories and headlines.
So if you want to set up a news station like BBC, ABC, Fox News, something like this, you need a TV studio, yeah? 2 million investments, moderators, people coming in and out. But now you can just rent for $20 a month and build your own tele station, fully AI-generated. My daddy would not recognize, is this a real human? Is this a generated human? He does not even know about this evolution. So, and this is, can we trust this? Is this real news or is it fake news? Like this, I created, you all programmers, you can run this on your local machine, and you just create faces in real time and put them into Teams meeting, for example.
The IONOS colleagues, friends and partners, as you all know, my IQ is high. So I would like to speak to you very honestly now. Topics like AI trends and risk don't interest me. My greatest wish is that we can import your currywurst and Schwarzbrot into the USA.
Dear IONOS colleagues,
friends, and partners, as you all know, my IQ is high, so I would like to speak to you very honestly now. Topics like AI, trends, and risks don't interest me. My greatest wish is that we can import your currywurst and Schwarzbrot into the USA.
Dear IONOS colleagues, friends, and partners, as you all know, my IQ is high, so I would like to speak to you very honestly now. Topics like AI, trends, and risks don't interest me. My greatest wish is that we can import your currywurst and Schwarzbrot into the USA.
So you don't know anymore, is this real or fake, and you also don't know what the AI knows, because the AI is maybe everywhere. If you look to other cities like Singapore or London, it's all full of observation. So this is a customer behavior detection from Japan, where you can see, okay, who is this? Getting profiles, but also what is the emotion of this person? Is the person trustworthy? And we can try this out. Let's see it. So can you read this? I'm male. How old I am? 35-year-old. And that's why I'm happy, yeah? 38 is okay. So what about you? Huh? Male 20, male 23, you're all very young today. Male 30 is okay, huh? So it can immediately, in real time, identify your profile, download your pictures, download your Facebook, LinkedIn profile, thank you, and also your emotions and everything. So, and this is generating like more and more data. When you now see in the year 25, we have like 100 zettabytes of new data created every year. This is just the beginning, huh? So we already talk about big data, but this will be huge data. We level up until 2,000 zettabytes of new data in the year 2035. So it's just the beginning, and lots of this data is not human-generated. So if you want to write your PhD thesis, now is the time. Huh? So you can just use models and create your PhD thesis, and you can also create patterns, because the AI knows like blind spots, like black holes where no patterns are, and it can create, like invent patterns in these areas where no patterns are at the moment. So you can create content, and then the AI, again, is using your AI-created PhD work, is setting something on top. So a lot of these new data will be AI-generated. So there's a lot of huge fake data going on, and this is the erosion of trust, because you don't know anymore, can I trust it or not? And when it's the end of the knowledge economy, and the erosion of trust, we ask ourselves, what is the next economy? So what is the next dominant factor of value creation? And this is the ecosystem economy. It's a transformation economy. This is Toyota building cars, autonomous cars. And this is an old lady living in the countryside, close to Tokyo. Her daughter can call the AI cabin, connects to the tele-doctor, and then the e-care cabin goes to the countryside where no doctors anymore. You know, demographic change hits Japan very heavy. And 52 vital sensors in the cabin measuring her data. And this case is a partnership case, because Toyota is just building this autonomous cabin, partnering with insurance companies, Philips for medtech sensors, doctors, hospitals, and so on. So together in this ecosystem, they can create this value proposition. And now we see where we come from, especially in Germany. We come from the industry economy, where it's about economy of scale, right? We were so good in this that we still have problems to get out of this. Mass production, specialization, people who just go every day there and make it better and better. And then we moved in the 80s to the experience economy. So the dominant factor of value creation was not industry anymore. It was like brands like coming from the US, like Nike and McDonald's. So it's not about the product anymore. It's about the experience. Like Nike, you get a shoe, but you also feel like a basketball player. So it's more the experience. This, in the 80s, it was the times where the marketing agencies were so strong, and everything was about exploration, experimentation, breaking social taboos. We already missed this, so there are not so many global lifestyle brands from Germany exported to the world. And now we are, since 2000, in the knowledge economy. So the companies with the smartest workers have been the winners. Getting, like Google, getting the smartest workers. But this is not the case anymore. Now it's about partnerships. It's about creating meaningful contributions. Like circular economy is a good example. No company, not a BASF or a DHL, can create the circular economy alone. They need to partner. So they need to connect to each other and say, okay, I'm chemical, you're logistic, I'm H&M, you're a material company. And all together, we create this value proposition of circularity, but we need to do it together because nobody can do it alone. And there are so many future ecosystems out there which can just be achieved in partnerships. So the companies with the best partnership level will be the winners, and not with the smartest workers anymore. So this is the next economy, and there's a wonderful example I really love, is two companies coming together which usually don't have anything to do with each other. It's Disney and Philips. You know, Philips is building this computer tomography systems. Have you ever put your kid into a computer tomograph? Kids in computer tomograph. It's not a nice experience. Huh? And maybe they're in there for 10 minutes or 20 minutes and it's horrible. And Philips was asking the question, how can we improve the kids' experience? And Disney was asking the question, how can we find new places where we can show our content beyond cinema and do something good, doing well. And together, they created this. So where the kids come in and have like an entertainment journey. So before they enter this room, they can already choose their character. So they are in an entertainment journey. They say, I want the Mickey. And then they enter the room and you see, they can control the Mickey, and they don't even recognize that they're in the computer tomograph. And then in the world, they have a virtual reality immersed in anything. So this is a really, really good case of cross-industry collaboration, creating a value proposition for this ecosystem economy nobody can do alone. And this is already next year. Over 30% of the global GDP will flow across industry. It's not about supply chains anymore. It's about supply networks. It's about horizontal and diagonal connections between companies. This is a new paradigm, and we really need to step into it. So don't think about competitors, think about partners.
The capability.
Good example also, BMW, Siemens, and NVIDIA creating the digital factory. So it's a digital twin, a copy of the real factory running simultaneously. And you can always simulate changes. You can say, okay, I want to change this machine, this process. And before you do it in the real world, you can see it in the simulation, how this will affect all the other things. You can educate employees there. You can send them in, even before this factory will be built. You can send them in a perfect VR simulation and do trainings and so on. And one factory can learn from the other. So if there's one BMW factory which recognizes an improvement or a failure, it can copy-paste this to the other digital twins. And this is partnership, BMW, Siemens, NVIDIA. Also Airbus is doing a lot of this in this direction, which no company can do this alone. It's also always only possible in partnerships in the future. So how can we work together with AI? And I call this AI co-working. Humans and AI on eye level. And this is how we need to educate our kids, our students, our workers, really working on eye level. It's okay. It's like a colleague. It's like AI co-working. It's like cobots. It's like a colleague. So treat him with respect. He will treat you. The AI will treat you with respect. A wonderful example from Munich. Oh wait, this is from US. So you see, it really connects to the people. So he can control his prosthesis and train it in VR. And the system is learning, before he gets his real prosthesis, the system is learning his movements, and he can train and directly control it with brainwaves. So humans and AI will also melt together, because to stay ahead, we need to upgrade us, being like not human 1.0, being human 2.0, putting AI capabilities into our bodies. The next big trend, number 5, is where this all will end, is Society 5.0. It's the next evolution of Industry 4.0, is Society 5.0. You remember this bridge? It's like 10 years ago in Italy, where the bridge crashed. So, yeah, also we had this in Dresden last week. So we don't have enough workers to climb up every week and see, are there crashes, are there damages? But we can use drones like Flyability from Switzerland to observe and do predictive maintenance. So the AI, the robots, doing a lot of the work, humans don't need to do anymore. And they're complementing us. And they even go in the front end, like this Naval Robotics. A wonderful case from Munich.
Emma ist ein Roboter. Der erste Pflegeroboter, der nur die eine Aufgabe hat, alte Menschen aus ihrer Einsamkeit zu reißen.
Ich finde ihn süß. Ich finde ihm seine Kulleraugen und so ist ein ganz niedliches Kerlchen.
Die Seniorinnen, alle über 90...
So Society 5.0 is like humans and AI working hand in hand, and you connect between industry and the front end, bringing all together. The question is, so many changes in the world in terms of technology, new business models, user experience, how can you level up? How can you stay in front of the wave, like a surfer, and not behind the wave? And the problem is getting bigger and bigger, Because if you see the exponential rate of technology, business, and social change, but just a slow rate of organizational adaptability, the gap is getting bigger and bigger. If you had like no digitalization, they don't have no data. If you don't have data, you don't have AI. So what to do in this gap? The management must carefully select the value propositions here of the future ecosystems, where to play and how to win, and then select the crucial value propositions and focus on them. So it's all about focus at the moment to go in this transformation. Because at the moment, getting more and more disruption, more and more uncertainty. Every Brexit, every COVID is creating more and more how to stay ahead and how to grow in this fast-changing world. Like a DHL, it's like every social trend, every technology trend, every geopolitical trend is affecting them, and what they use is like trend radars, where they analyze like super grid logistic, like technology trends, social and business trends, regulation trends, putting them all together to have like a management cockpit, to really understand the trends moving and doing decision based on these future movements. Doing decision, but this never helps in top management when you don't have the people really having the culture being motivated to go with you, to follow your narratives. So I want to check with you. Do you think the world is getting better or the world is getting worse? I could totally understand, because the last years we had so many bad news about geopolitics and so on. And the second question is, do you feel you can make a difference? Like what I said in the beginning, you're a decision maker. You can impact the future in investments, partnerships, and so on, or you just ride the wave. And I want to ask you to put your dot somewhere there, and I want to see, okay, what is the future mindset here of the crew? Okay, wir schauen uns das mal an. Good. So you can like draw a diagonal line. You see it already, a diagonal line where you see, okay, this mindset here, and maybe you're tech people, is proactive. You are possibilists. Maybe you're not only optimists or pessimists, you are more possibilists. You can make it different, and the future is getting better, but you're also a bit diverse, so I really like this. In the end, I said nobody can predict the future. We can just, thank you, we can just experiment. So I want you to really understand this. Have the freedom of experimentation. Give this freedom of experimentation to your employees, because nobody is perfect. Even the best robotic researchers from MIT make mistakes. Like Boston Dynamics, doing tons of mistakes, but you never see them. This is DFKI, Deutsches Forschungszentrum Künstliche, they make mistakes. Or Fraunhofer Institute. Yeah. Failures help us to get better. Like Deutsche Bahn User Experience Lab. Again, they tested with the wrong target group. They just tested with young people. This is Deutsche Bahn Virtual Reality Lab. So what we do, and this is really a nice idea, once a month we invite all our kids, more than 50 kids, to the office and building robots, just experimenting with the kids. This is a catering robot. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it fails. So in the end, it's about staying positive, having a good picture of the future, and doing experiments. Thank you very much for your attention.